Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for once again kindly assembling here. This is the final session on in the series of the various presentations that I was kindly invited to give by the management at ISKCON of Radhadesh. Thank you very much to each and every one of you for kindly attending. We'll begin today's session with Mangalacharan, auspicious invocations, and then we will dive into some of Krishna's childhood pastimes. But before we do that, let's perform Mangalacharan. Most of us know these verses. You can kindly sing along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Dear devotees, there is a very famous verse in Shastra which says Kavayah paritushyanti netare kavi suktibhi na hyakuparavat kupa vardhante vidhukantibhi. Dear devotees, only poetic Vaishnavas become happy on hearing the poetry of other Vaishnavas. Their hearts swell in joy when they hear the poetry of other Vaishnavas. Non-devotees cannot experience that happiness that the Vaishnavas experience on hearing Vaishnava poetry. Then an example is given. Na hi akuparavat kupaha vardhante vidhukantibhi. When the full moon rises in the sky, it is only the broad ocean which swells in the full moon. A tiny well does not swell under the full moon. It requires broad-hearted Vaishnavas like all of you to appreciate Vaishnava poetry. All of you are present here like the broad ocean-like hearted Vaishnava audience. My sincere thanks to all of you, dear devotees. Thank you for kindly being present here. We will begin by a statement by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada says something, and we have Surabhi Devi who will read the statement that Srila Prabhupada says in the final chapter of Krishna book.
The transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, are so powerful that simply by hearing, reading and memorizing this book, Krishna, one is sure to be transferred to the spiritual world, which is ordinarily very difficult to achieve. The description of the pastimes of Lord Krishna is so attractive that it automatically gives us an impetus to study repeatedly, and the more we study the pastimes of the Lord, the more we become attached to Him. This very attachment to Krishna makes one eligible to be transferred to his abode, Goloka Vrindavan.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So there is a very simple method of going to Goloka Vrindavan. Dear devotees, please once again raise your hands. How many of us wish to attain Goloka Vrindavan at the end of our lives? So the way to attain Goloka Vrindavan is mentioned directly by Srila Prabhupada here. The more we study the pastimes of the Lord, the more we become attached to Him. This is the direct way of attaining Goloka Vrindavan. Many individuals may suggest other ways. For example, follow the regulative principles nicely. Yet that is also a way. But that is a way to avoid the negatives. After avoiding the negatives, it is very important to have some positive cultivation of Krishna Bhakti. And that comes in the form of repeated study of the direct name, form, qualities and pastimes of Shri Krishna, without which it is impossible to attain Goloka Vrindavan. Dear devotees, we will begin with that particular pastime of Shri Krishna. When Krishna was just born, a few days past, Krishna got his name Krishna from one particular personality. Who gave the name Krishna to Krishna? Gargamuni. Krishna has an eternal name. But every time he comes on this planet, he accepts his name again through the agency of Gargamuni. So Gargamuni gave him the name Krishna. And what is the meaning of this name, dear devotees? All attractive. So he started living up to the meaning of his name in a few days. In a few days, Krishna and Balaram started doing something. This is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 8th chapter, verse number 21. Sri Shukadev Goswami says, please repeat after me. Kalena vrajatalpena Gokule Ramakeshavau Janubhyam Sahapanebhyam Ringamanau Vijahratu. Kalena Vrajata. Little time had passed. Alpena. Little time had passed since his name giving ceremony. Gokule. In which village were they staying? Gokula. They had not yet shifted to Vrindavan. Sri Jiva Goswami describes that initially they all used to stay in Gokula, but because there were so many demons attacking Gokula, later Nanda Maharaj shifted from Gokula to Vrindavan. And the road which he took, Jiva Goswami mentions, is known as Chattikara road. Right? This is mentioned in the Gopal Champu. So Krishna arrived in Vrindavan through which path? Chattikara road. And that's how it is the most famous path in Sri Vrindavan. Anyways, right now they are staying in Gokula. Rama Keshava. First Balaram, then Krishna. Because elder brother's name should come first, dear devotees. Then they started doing something. Janubhyam, using the two knees. Sahapanibhyam, and the two hands. What did they start doing? Crawling. Using the two knees and two hands. Ringamanau. They started crawling. Vijahratu, and they went here and there. This is the translation of the verse. Kindly read.
After a short time passed, both brothers, Rama and Krishna, began to crawl on the ground of Vraja with the strength of their hands and knees, and thus enjoy their childhood play.
Yeah. Knees are mentioned first in the verse, Janubhyam, and hands are mentioned later, Panibhyam. So, because when a child starts crawling, usually first they place their knees on the ground, then they'll place their hands. So Shukadeva Goswami mentions that in sequence. So first he put both of his knees on ground, then he put both of his hands. Something like this, dear devotees. Now, although Srila Prabhupada says that one should read repeatedly the pastimes given in the 10th canto, when I used to read the pastimes in the 10th canto, I found them to be very linear. Like, Krishna was there, a demon came, Krishna punched him once, demon died. End of story. That's it. So I found it to be very linear, and then I am supposed to become attached to it. So this is a big problem. I cannot become attached to it if it has such a plain vanilla meaning attached to it. So dear devotees, for long I was trying to find somebody who could add flavor to the pastimes of the 10th canto. Finally, I found a commentator on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, whose name was long forgotten, but his pastimes, his realizations are often mentioned. Dear devotees, most of us have heard Damodar Leela, and in Damodar Leela the milk starts boiling because the milk wanted to commit suicide. Yeah. Who gave this realization? Yes. So often this realization is quoted in our society. We all know the milk wanted to commit suicide. But the milk was thinking, if Krishna will drink Yashoda's breast milk, what is the use of my life? Let me commit suicide by jumping over into the fire. So this realization was given by a devotee poet whose name is Sri Hari Suri. Srila Prabhupada named a disciple after him, Hari Suri Prabhu. So we have in ISKCON a disciple of Srila Prabhupada named Hari Suri Prabhu. But the original Hari Suri is from the western side of India. His village is about 100 kilometers from my native place, dear devotees. Sri Hari Suri. He was born in the 18th century in Nasik, India. Nasik is a very famous holy place, and it is the place where Sri Ram cut off the nose of Shurpanakha. Because her nose fell here, and nose is called as Nasika. Therefore the place got its name Nasik. So this is the place where Sri Ram chopped off the nose of Shurpanakha. And he was born in a Kashyap Gotra Brahmana family. Since his very birth, he learnt all the Vedic sciences, beginning with grammar. The first Vedic knowledge to learn is grammar. After grammar, he learnt Nyaya, Vedanta, Mimamsa, his own branch of Veda, which is Rig Veda. And after reading all these Shastras, he was still interested only in one literature, dear devotees, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam became his dearmost literature. He got initiated into Vaishnavism through his family. Previously, there were no institutions. So if you had to get initiated into Vaishnavism, you would have to take mantras from within the family lineage. If your own family lineage is Brahminical, you can get it from your own family. Else you have to approach another guru. So he got mantras to worship the Lord from his family lineage, and his family lineage was initiated in a sampradaya called as Naradiya Kirtan Sampradaya, which is the sampradaya of Sri Tukaram. We might have heard this devotee's name in Maharashtra. He is the disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the western side of India. Srila Prabhupada mentions in his commentary to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initiated Sri Tukaram into the chanting of the mantra Ram Krishna Hari, and this is the standard mantra of that sampradaya. So this is Naradiya Kirtan, dear devotees. The speaker doesn't sit like me comfortably. The speaker has to stand and speak Srimad Bhagavatam. Every evening he would go to the nearby temple where around 1500 people would assemble every evening. There is no microphone. He has to stand and he has to speak Srimad Bhagavatam for 6 hours. He will do this for the 4 months of Chaturmas, rainy seasons. And if he does this for 4 months, then he has done one Chaturmas Seva for 1 year. Dear devotees, in his life, Sri Hari Suri rendered 36 Chaturmas Sevas. For 36 years, continuously for the 4 months of Chaturmas, he used to stand 6 hours every evening and speak Srimad Bhagavatam to the audiences. His own sadhana schedule was very rigorous. In the morning before sunrise, he will wake up. He will take a bath in the nearby river Godavari, which flows through Nashik. After taking a bath, he will chant his Gayatri. After chanting his Gayatri, he will every day recite Krishna's names for 1 hour. After reciting Krishna's names for 1 hour, he will every day read 13 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam in the original Sanskrit. After reading 13 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam, he will serve the cows for 1 hour, and only after that will he accept the first morsel of food for the day. Before that, he will not eat anything. He wanted to continue this sadhana throughout his life. He began at the age of around 30. He wanted to continue throughout his life, but he could only continue it for 11 years. After 11 years passed, one fine day he was performing the final leg of his sadhana, final part. He was serving the cows. He was sitting in the cowshed and serving the cows, cleaning the cowshed. Suddenly there was a tap on his back, and by the touch he understood who it was. So when he looked behind, he got his first darshan of Krishna in his life, dear devotees. He mentions in his commentary, Ittham bhuri samarthitah sa bhagavan protsahanam me hyadat. After immense sadhana, I got one darshan of Krishna. And dear devotees, Sri Krishna, the first word that Sri Krishna spoke to him, Vatsa Arbhaka, my dear child, he records in his book. And then Krishna said, I am very pleased with your service. This is your final life in this world. No more taking birth. But I have a desire. Krishna said, will you fulfill my desire? If Krishna were to ask you this query, what will you say? Yes. So his birth name was simply Hari. So he said, dear Hari, when I performed the pastimes in Vrindavan, and they are recorded in the 10th canto by Sri Vyasadeva, behind every pastime there were many hidden reasons within my heart. I wish to reveal these reasons to the world. I will give you the seed of these reasons within your heart, and you are an expert poet. There is no Sanskrit poet in the area as comparable to you. Will you use your skills to compose a commentary on the 10th canto and express these reasons to everybody else? Sri Hari Suri said, yes, this is the only book I will write in my entire life. Till now I was studying and teaching Bhagavatam. I did not put my pen down on paper. But because you have said, I will put my pen down on paper and I will compose my only literature. But I also have a condition. I will compose my commentary in verse style, not in paragraphs. All other commentaries are in paragraphs. My commentary will be in the form of verses. So I will write verses upon verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna said, all right. Dear devotees, in 12 years, he ended up commenting on the first 49 chapters of the 10th canto, the entire Vrindavan Leela of Srimad Bhagavatam, and ended up writing 4,650 verses. expressing the hidden reasons behind Krishna's pastimes. Dear devotees, this commentary is called Bhakti Rasayanam, the elixir of bhakti. It is one of the most favorite commentaries of my Diksha Guru, Sri Srimad Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj, on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dear devotees, Sri Hari Suri has one purpose behind every pastime. He asks one question: why? What is the question? Why? Right now, Krishna has started doing something. What has Krishna started doing at this point of time? The natural question arises. What is the question? Please give the answer, dear devotees. Why has Krishna started crawling?
That you have to start crawling, start from the beginning when you started bhakti.
Okay, see, Prabhuji is already thinking about Krishna Lila. This is the type of commentator that Sri Hari Suri is. He'll force you to meditate on the Lila. It's not as simple as it appears to be. Other commentators will make the pastimes easier for you. This commentator will make it more cryptic for you, so that you are forced to meditate on the pastime. Prabhuji said, so because, he's indicating that we have to begin by crawling in the path of bhakti. Wonderful. Any other reason? Think about it. Why did Krishna start crawling, Vishal Prabhu?
Because he is in the infant form.
Oh, that we know. That's a historical fact. Yes.
He wanted to show his childhood pastimes.
He wanted to show his childhood pastimes. Now, dear devotees, would you like to hear the reason that Sri Krishna gave in the heart of Sri Hari Suri? Right? He composes a verse in the brilliant meter Vasanta Tilakam, same as Brahma Samhita. I'll sing the verse, please repeat after me. Yat piditapya har har bahudur nareshai. Yat piditapya har har bahudur nareshai. Natvam kshamatvam avane vyajahastatosi. Natvam kshamatvam avane vyajahastatosi. Dhanyeti ringana mishani jahastatosya. प्रोत्साहनं ह्यकृत भूरि सपृष्ठ भागे. Shri Krishna is saying something, dear devotees. He looked at the earth and he said, Yat piditapi, dear earth, you were immensely troubled. Pidita. Dear devotees, in the beginning of the 10th canto, somebody comes crying to Brahma. Who came crying to Brahma? Bhumi. Why? Because she was troubled. Troubled by whom? Ahar ahar. Each and every day she was troubled. Bahu dur nareshai. By many ruffian kings. O earth, you were troubled by these various ruffian kings on the surface of you. But still, you waited patiently. Natvam kshamatvam avane vyajaha. O earth, you did not give up your most important quality. Dear devotees, what is the most important quality of earth? Tolerance. Patience. In Sanskrit it is called kshama. What is it called? Kshama or forgiveness, tolerance is such an important quality. One of the names of earth is Kshama. Her name itself has become Kshama. O earth, you did not give up your most important quality of Kshama. You waited patiently for me. Dhanyeti, all glories to you. But now no need to worry. Ringana Mishan, on the pretext of crawling, for the first time Krishna placed his hand on the back of Mother Earth and caressed her, as if to tell her that I am here now. There is no more need to worry. So for the first time Krishna touched his hands on the surface of earth, as if caressing her back to tell her that now you need not worry. Are you happy with this reason, dear devotees? Sri Hari Suri evokes a rasa which is known as Adbhuta rasa, wonder. Wow, I never thought of this. Well, we cannot think of this because these reasons have not come from a humane source. They have come from a supramundane source. He very clearly mentions that these realizations were given in a seed form in his heart by Sri Krishna. Any other reason, dear devotees, why Krishna started crawling? He is not satisfied with one reason. We have to have another reason. Yes, Prabhu.
You want to do naughty things?
You want to do naughty things? Well, that's true. That will come in some time when he starts walking.
He's looking for Radha.
Oh, wonderfully. Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Ji ki jai. So, dear devotees, in this way he forces you to meditate again and again on the pastime. There is another reason that he gives for Krishna crawling on the ground. Please repeat after me. This is the simple meter Anushtup, same as the meters of the Bhagavad Gita. Adavurvamsha yogena tato bahujayo gatah vihareyam iti gyaptyai sajanu kararinganah. Dear devotees, hear the verse. Adav, Krishna will first, Uruvamsha Yogena, first touch both his knees on the ground. Tato Bahuja Yogataha, then he will touch both his hands. Krishna is thinking, first I will touch both my knees, then I will touch both my hands. Vihareyam, in this way I will wander here and there. Iti Gyaptyai, to tell this to Mother Earth. Sajanu kara ringanaha. Krishna first placed both his knees, then placed both his hands. Did you feel any ascharya in hearing the translation? Krishna first placed both his knees, then he placed both his hands. Sri Hari, this is what is mentioned in the verse. What is special about your realization? If you are simply going to repeat what is given in the verse. But Sri Hari is not such a poet, dear devotees. If it doesn't make that magical effect of chamatkar, wow, till that point of time we have not understood Hari. He is not going to make it easy. He will make it difficult, dear devotees. There is a big secret hidden in this simple 4 lines. Now I will explain the secret. It took me 4 or 5 days to understand what was being spoken about in this particular verse. Dear devotees, in the Shastras it is mentioned, in the Vedas it is mentioned, Brahmanosya mukhamasit, the Brahmanas were born from the Lord's mouth. Bahu Rajanya Smrita, who was born from the arms? Kshatriyas. Uru Tadasya Yad Vaishya, and from his thighs and knees Vaishyas were born. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata, and from his feet the Shudras were born. Krishna is indicating, O earth, I will first touch both my knees. I will first appear in a Vaishya family, in the family of Nanda, and protect you. Then I will proclaim myself to be the son of Vasudeva and also protect you through a Kshatriya family. This time I will protect you not through one family lineage, but through 2 family lineages. O earth, there is double protection for you in this particular incarnation. You need not worry. So this, dear devotees, is the wonderful secret behind each and every pastime. Now when I started reading 10th canto like this, it was no longer the same, dear devotees. I was addicted. And then there are many other Vaishnava poets who add a lot of flavor to these pastimes. See, this was during the day. During the night, Krishna created a lot of trouble for his mother. How many here have gone through the difficulty of raising a child, and especially seen the difficulty of raising an infant? Please raise your hands. Is it easy or difficult? Very. At night, Krishna would make it very difficult for Mother Yashoda. Now we introduce Sri Kavi Karnapur, the unsung genius of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, who is in his Ananda Vrindavan Champu. He says at night time Krishna would suddenly wake up and loudly start crying. for no reason whatsoever. Has it happened with any of the mothers here? Yes? It's relatable. And then Mother Yashoda came, all the gopis came in front of him and he wouldn't stop crying. They tried a lot and then there was a dialogue between the gopis and Shri Krishna. This is the verse in Ananda Vrindavan Champu in the meter Shardula Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. I'll sing, please repeat after me. Kim Kshiram na kimuttamam dadinano Kim Kurchika Vanana Kim Kshiram na kimuttamam dadinano Kim Kurchika Vanana Miksha kim nana kim tavepsidamaho Hayang viram ganam Dasyamo na vishidavatsanatarang Kupyasva matre griho Dasyamo na vishidavatsanatarang Kupyasva matre griho Panne noru chirityudangulidala Shitam shumalokaya Gopis and Mother Yashoda are asking him, Kim Kshiram, what do you want milk? Krishna's reply, Na. Kim Uttamam Dadhi, what is Uttamam Dadhi? The best of yogurt, fine yogurt. No. Kim Kurchikava, do you want milk fat? There is a layer of fat which is on top of milk. Do you want that? Nana. Amiksha Kim. Do you want buttermilk? Nana. What do you want in the middle of the night? Kim tavepsitamaho. What do you want? Krishna's reply. Hayangavenam ghanam. I want a very big ball of butter right now. Right now? In the middle of the night? Yes. Else I will cry. Dasyamo, alright, we'll give. Na vishidavatsanatam, we'll go and prepare right now. Mother Yashoda said, we'll prepare for you, but keep quiet. Kupyas, but don't get angry. Krishna's reply, Matre griho panne no ruchir. I don't like anything made by my mother at home. How many mothers have gone through this problem? Yes. I don't like anything cooked at home. So, evam parampara praptam. This confidential knowledge was received in disciplic succession. Then from where should we get you this big ball of butter? At 12 o'clock in the night. Then smiling, with only 2 teeth showing. Shitam Shumaloka, he pointed his finger. Can you see that big ball of butter in the sky? That I want. Else I'll cry. So you decide what I should do. So dear devotees, Sri Kavi Karnapur then describes that Mother Yashoda tried to trick Krishna because she wanted him to keep quiet. So she tried to trick Krishna. See, nowadays parents are told, especially in this part of the world, that you should always speak the absolute truth to children at all points of time. Never lie to them. But previously parents would lie to children in order to convince them about some things. Like sometimes Krishna would not get up early in the morning. It's described in the Gopal Champu. There's one person who doesn't attend Mangalarti in Golok Vrindavan. Who is that? Krishna. So he wouldn't get up early in the morning. And so Mother Yashoda would sometimes come to him and say, Krishna, wake up. No, I don't want to wake up. Don't you know what day it is? What day? It's your birthday. Lots of gifts are waiting for you. Then Krishna rubbing his eyes, all right, bring the gifts and open. No. No touching the gifts without taking a bath. Nanda Maharaj will be very unhappy. First you get up, take a bath, offer the gifts to Lord Vishnu and then you can open them. Krishna somehow rubbing his eyes will go with Mother Yashoda to the bathing area and then she has prepared warm water and then as soon as she has put the first mug of warm water on him, Krishna realized birthday was few days ago, right? By that time it is too late, dear devotees. So this is how Mother Yashoda used to sometimes speak lies to Krishna in order to convince him to do something. Right now she is in a difficult position because she wants to sleep and this person is not letting her sleep and he has a very unreasonable demand in the middle of the night. Dear devotees, Mother Yashoda then said this to him and this is in the meter Malini, Sri Kavi Karnapur describes. Each line I will break into two parts, please sing after me. Kalayana Pitareta Dandahayangaviram Pratarati Kalahamso Vyamaviti Tadagam Ahamapi Kalahamsam Prarthaye Khelanarthi Tadupanayata Yavan Naishaparam Prayati. Mother Yashoda is saying, Kalayana Pitar. Now this is something which is understood mostly in Indian languages, especially in Hindi. She is saying Pitar. It's a slang. Are mere baap. Now, those who don't understand Hindi, how does it translate?
My father.
Oh, my father. But it loses the punch in that. Oh, my father. She's fed up. The indication is she's fed up. Na etadhanta hayyangavinam. This is not a big ball of butter in the sky. Oh, acha. Then what is it? Mother Yashoda, can't you see? Pratarati kalahamso vyomaviti tadagam. In the sky is a dark colored river. And this is a brilliant white swan flowing across the river. Oh, I never thought of this. Really? Yeah. Ahamapi kalahamsam. I also want a swan to play. Nanda Maharaj never got me any swan to play. All I have are these ugly peacocks. Ahamapi kalahamsam. Prarthaye khelanarthi. I want, one swan to play. Tadupanayata. I see that this swan is quickly crossing over to the other side. Please bring it before it crosses the river. Naishaparam prayati. So dear devotees, Mother Yashoda tried to speak lies, but her plan failed again. Then Mother Yashoda spoke the truth mixed with some lies. This verse is in the meter Vasanta Tilakam, same as Brahma Samhita. Please repeat after me. Ayyangaviramidameva narajahamsa Piyusharashmirapi naishana tatpradeyam Pashyatradaiva vashato garalam vilagram Tenaidaduttamamapiha nakopi bhukte. Oh Krishna, now I'll tell you a fact. Hayyanga Veenamidam eva. This is neither butter nor Rajahamsa, nor is this a swan. Acha, so you were lying to me, huh? No, Krishna, I'll tell you now. Piyusha Rashmir, this is the nectar red moon. Acha, I want the moon. Na tat pradeyam, we can't give you. Why? Paschatra, see on those moon, those green colored spots, those dark spots. Daiva Vashata, unfortunately, Garalam Vilagnam, some poison has spilled over it. Tenai taduttamamapiha, therefore it is very nice, na kopi bhungte, but nobody eats it. Acha, can you tell me how poison spilled on the moon? Sure, Krishna. I want to hear the story. Sure, Krishna. Now. Okay, Krishna, hear the story. So, Krishna, long ago, there was a big ocean of milk. Ocean of milk? How many cows are required to produce an ocean of milk? Are na, Krishna. This ocean is not produced out of cows. That you are lying. I have never seen milk which is not produced by cows. No, Krishna. This ocean was produced by Bhagavan. Acha, Bhagavan? Krishna is asking Mother Yashoda, who is Bhagavan? Are? Don't you know Krishna? Who is Bhagavan? Vishnu is Bhagavan. Acha, Vishnu is Bhagavan. If he is Bhagavan, why can't I see him here? Because the devotees at this point of time, Kavi Karnapur says, Mother Yashoda said something. Alright? Krishna is asking, why can't I see Bhagavan? So Mother Yashoda's reply, please repeat after me. Because Bhagavan is Aga. So Aga means he doesn't go anywhere. He stays in the milk ocean. Aga. Alright? Because Bhagavan is Aga. He doesn't go anywhere, he stays in the milk ocean. Therefore you can't see him. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary brings out the hidden meaning, which Kavi Karnapur had expertly hidden in the sentence. Please repeat after me. Because Bhagavan is Aga. Without the syllable Ga. If you remove Ga from Bhagavan, what remains is Bhavan, you. Because Bhagavan is Aga. Bhagavan is without Ga, which means Bhavan, which means you, Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, dear devotees, is the hidden indicated meaning in this particular line. Mother Yashoda, without even realizing, ended up saying Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Acha, anyway, so what happened? In that ocean of milk. Then Krishna, there was a big fight between the gods and the demons. And then there was a big mountain which was used to churn this ocean. And then Vasuki was selected as the churning rope. And then Bhagavan came as Kurma and balanced the mountain. And then while churning, suddenly a severe poison came out from that ocean. And Krishna, as soon as that poison came out, everybody took shelter of Bhagavan Shiva. Krishna, whenever you are in difficulty, you should also take shelter of Bhagavan Shiva, okay? Definitely. So Krishna smiled at that point of time. Alright, then Bhagavan Shiva came and he took that poison in both his hands and he started drinking. But you know, Krishna, what happens when you are drinking with both your hands? Something spills. So by the time he started drinking the poison, the moon also was coming out from the same ocean. And some drops of poison fell on the moon. Krishna, for this reason, you cannot eat the moon. Is it okay, Krishna? There is no reply. Krishna has gone back to his dream world, dear devotees. So this is one of the nights. On other nights, Krishna used to have perform many other pastimes. Sometimes he will start blabbering in the middle of night. Dear devotees, does Bhagavan have dreams? It's a very philosophical question. Does Bhagavan sleep? Yes or no?
Yes.
Not outside Vrindavan. Outside Vrindavan, his name is Animisha. Naimishe Animisha Kshetre. He who doesn't even blink his eyes. What to speak of closing them? Mahavishnu. Half eyes open, half closed. Yog Nidra. He doesn't, and does he have dreams? Does he have unfulfilled desires in his dream? Does Mahavishnu have unfulfilled desires? He is Purna Kama, all his desires are fulfilled. But in Vrindavan, our Bhagavan sleeps and dreams and blabbers at night. One night he started blabbering in his sleep. He started thinking that I am the king of Swarga, heavenly planets. So Rupa Goswami describes in Padyavali. Krishna started saying in his sleep, Hare Shiva, welcome, welcome, sit here on my right hand side. Brahma, sit on my left hand side. Hare Kuber, how are you? Is everything okay? Indra, this is your seat, but I am sitting. I hope it's okay with you. And Mother Yashoda heard this blabbering. What nonsense! She loudly clapped. Krishna, thu! He woke up from it. What are you saying? Never say anything like this. Rupa Goswami says, may this act of spitting by Mother Yashoda loudly to wake up Krishna protect all of you, dear devotees. So every night something or the else is going on, dear devotees. This is when he was crawling. After crawling comes walking. And dear devotees, those, especially those who are parents, when children start walking, Vishal Prabhu, do the troubles decrease or increase? Oh my God. The troubles increase to such a point, now you don't need a commentator to tell you. Shukdev Goswami himself will start complaining in the 10th canto. This is Shukdev Goswami, 10th canto verse. 10th canto, 8th chapter, 25th verse. Shukdev Goswami himself is reporting the various mischievous activities of Krishna who had started walking and running around. This verse is in the meter Vasanta Tilakam, same as Brahma Samhita. The first line is a slight tongue twister. I will sing it, please repeat after me. Shringyagnidampshtriyasi jaladvijakantakebhya Krida paravati chalau swasutau nishedhum Vrayani kartum api yatra natajjananyam Shekata apaturalam manasonavastham Sri Shukdev Goswami said, Shringi, dear devotee, Shringi refers to bulls with big horns. Shri Krishna would sometimes go into the cowshed and find the bull with the biggest horns. In front of that bull, he will start making funny faces as if to tease the bull, dear devotees. Agni, sometimes he will see that there is fire in the kitchen, he is very attracted to the color of fire. So he will try and catch a fire flame with his hands, dear devotees. Damshtri refers to animals with sharp teeth. Damshtri. Sometimes he will see there is a monkey on the teeth, he will invite the monkey will come. He will ask the monkey to open his mouth and then he will count the teeth within the monkey's mouth. Asi, swords. Nanda Maharaj used to keep swords in his cupboard for protecting the cows from wild animals. Sometimes Nanda Maharaj will forget to lock the cupboard. Then Krishna and Balram will open the cupboard. Then there will be Mahabharat before Mahabharat, dear devotees. Jala, there were water tanks around where Nanda Maharaj stayed in Gokula. Sometimes Krishna and Balram will tell their friends, we are jumping in the water tank, go tell them that they are drowning in water. Dvija, Dvija refers to birds, because birds take birth how many times? Twice. First as the egg, then they hatch out of the egg. So birds. Sometimes Krishna will see that a bird like a peacock is peacefully walking in Gokula, minding its own business, not troubling anybody. But how can Krishna tolerate somebody, walking peacefully in Gokula? So he will go from behind and quietly catch the peacock. Peacock gets startled and starts flying, but peacock has limited flight. So Krishna will enjoy his limited flight on Peacock Airways, dear devotees. Kantakebhya. And then if there is a thorny bush, Krishna is always interested in finding what is on the other side of the thorny bush by putting his hands. In this way, Krida Parao, both children, Krishna and Balram, dedicated to play. Dear devotees, how many of you do not want to go to school in your next lives? Please raise your hands. See, you all want to send your kids to school, but you yourselves don't want to go to school. So if you don't want to go to school in your next life, there is only one place where children don't go to school. That is Goloka Vrindavan. Krida Para, always playing. Ati Chalo, very fickle-minded. Swasutau Nishedhum, to protect these children from these calamities. The mothers lost their peace of mind. Grihyani Kartumapi. They could not perform their household work. Dear devotees, you can identify a particular home, there are children here. How can you identify? If there are small children in a home, how do you identify? Yes, it's always a big mess around the home. So Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini could not take care of the home properly. The home was a mess because of these two children. Shekat apaturalam manaso navastham. Manaso, their mind anavastham, became agitated at that point of time. Dear devotees, this is the literal translation. Avastha means settled, anavastha means unsettled. Their minds became unsettled. This is the literal translation. Now see how the translation is polished, dear devotees. Please read the translation.
When Mother Yashoda and Rohini were unable to protect the babies from the calamities threatened by horned cows, by fire, animals with teeth, by swords, by water, by birds, and by thorns, they were always in anxiety, and their household engagements were disturbed. At that time, they were fully equipoised in a transcendental ecstasy known as the distress of maternal affection, for this was aroused within their minds.
Wait. At that time, they were fully equipoised. All right. In the transcendental ecstasy known as distress. How do you get away? By calling ecstasy as distress in the same sentence. And then also say that they were equipoised. Dear devotees, literally the verse says Manaso Anavastha. The minds were unsettled. But Gaudiya Vaishnava commentators, they don't want you to understand or take it in a way that they had material disturbance in their minds, because there is no material disturbance associated with Krishna Leela. So therefore, the commentators say that they are experiencing Bhakti Ras, the joy of Vatsalya Ras. Sri Jiva Goswami at this point of time writes something which took me by surprise. He says, Griha Saukhyasya Parakashtha. This is the highest happiness of householder life. So when I read that this is the highest happiness of householder life, I folded my hands, I went to Sri Jiva Goswami's Samadhi and I said, Sri Jiva Goswami, my pranams to you. Can we take a second opinion from the householders? Dear devotees, how many of you would like to have one such child? Please raise your hands. A child like this. Who wants to take the risk? Please raise your hands.
All children are like that.
Oh no, not all children are like that. Playing with 7 dangerous objects at the same time. Bulls, fire. You can see some of it in this painting. Highest happiness of household. So of course it is the highest happiness because it is not material distress, it is bhakti ras. But when I first read it, it took me by surprise. But dear devotees, these are all activities which Krishna performs to give pleasurable bhakti ras. He will never put his associates in the slightest of material anxiety, dear devotees. This is all worthy of relish for the residents of Sri Vrindavan. Dear devotees, another commentator is waiting in the background with a very important question. Krishna is performing all these activities. What is the question? Why? Please tell me. Why is Krishna performing all these life-threatening activities at this point of time? Yes, anybody? Let's try. Yes.
Yeah, he will increase rasa, affection of his devotees.
Wonderful. He will increase rasa, affection of his devotees. Alright. Anybody else would like to give another answer? Yes.
Wanting attention.
Wanting attention like all kids want,
Showing the pitfalls of real life.
Wow, showing the pitfalls of Grihastha ashram. Krishna is the policeman in the sky who wants to tell everybody. So you see, this is what happens if you enter into Grihastha ashram. Alright. Okay, we may consider that as one reason, but Krishna is not exactly the policeman in the sky. At least in Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, Krishna doesn't punish his devotees. But anyways, okay. Anybody else? Yes.
To show that he has overcome, like he's not afraid of these things.
Okay, to show that he is not afraid. Okay. Dear devotees, would you like to hear the reason that Krishna revealed in the heart of Sri Harishuri?
Yes.
So, Sri Harishuri says it's very simple, it's right there in the verse. Read the first line again. I'll sing, please repeat after me. Shringyagni stresi jaladvija kantakebhya Shringi, bulls with big horns. Krishna knows in the future I have to fight a bull with big horns. Which is that bull? Arishtasur. Agni, Krishna knows in the future I have to drink fire not once but twice. Damshtri, animals with sharp teeth. Krishna knows in the future I have to kill Aghasur, the serpent with sharp teeth. Asi, swords. Krishna knows in the future I have to fight with Jarasan 17 times using swords. Jala, water. Krishna knows in the future I have to perform some pastime in water. Which pastime? Kaliya. Dvija, Krishna knows in the future that I have to kill birds like Bakasur. Kantakebhya, and Krishna knows that I have to remove all the thorn-like kings from the surface of the earth in Mahabharata. Therefore, because practice makes perfect, therefore the practice is beginning right in his childhood, dear devotees. So when I read this commentary, I understood this is beyond human intelligence. So commentaries like these are not a product of human intelligence, dear devotees. It is clearly an indication of somebody who saw Bhagavan once in his life. Now, Vishal Prabhu, Sorry to put you in a spot. Whose devotee are you? He didn't hear yesterday's lecture. He said Krishna. Alright? Vishal Prabhu is whose devotee? Krishna. You said Prabhu. Nah, now you can't say. Now you said it. So Vishal Prabhu said he is Krishna's devotee. Prabhu, have you read the character of your Supreme Lord? Today we will show what is the character of Shri Krishna. And then we will ask you whose devotee you are. Alright? So this is what it is. Kindly read.
Observing the very attractive childish restlessness of Krishna, all the gopis in the neighborhood, to hear about Krishna's activities again and again, would approach Mother Yashoda and speak to her as follows. Our dear friend Yashoda, your son sometimes comes to our houses before the milking of the cows and releases the calves, and when the master of the house becomes angry, your son merely smiles.
So early morning he will come to our houses. Usually he wakes up late, but on particular days he has something in his mind. So some days he will come early morning when we are not expecting him. And then he will release the calves. And you know what happens when the calves are released? There are two problems. What is the first problem? They drink all the milk. Second, they don't know when to stop. So the calves develop indigestion. And when the master of the home becomes angry, he merely smiles. You know what is the meaning of smiling in such a situation? You know, it was explained yesterday. Shameless. Nirlajja sada sukhi. He is always happy because he is speaking about his Supreme Lord. Please continue to read.
Sometimes he devises some process by which he steals palatable curd, butter and milk, which he then eats and drinks. When the monkeys assemble, he divides it with them, and when the monkeys have their bellies so full that they won't take more, he breaks the pots.
This is the main allegation. Sometimes he will devise a process by which he will steal palatable butter, curd and milk. And stealing for whom? He will invite the monkeys. When all the monkeys assemble, he will feed all the monkeys. Dear devotees, how many of us have tried to feed monkeys in Vrindavan? Somebody has tried? No? Yes. Prabhuji took the risk. He should be given some special, So Prabhu, what happened? The food got over or the monkeys became satisfied? What happened first?
No, I threw something at him and he became angry.
Oh my. So dear devotees, what happens usually? The food gets over or the monkeys get satisfied? Food gets over. Here, he will feed monkeys to such an extent, monkey will say, "Bas, enough, how much? That's it. No more." Monkeys will also be fully satisfied. And what is remaining, that also he will not preserve. He will break the rest of it. Can you understand the mindset, Prabhu? Anyways, let's continue.
Sometimes, if he gets no opportunity to steal butter or milk from a house, he will get angry at the householders, and for his revenge, he will agitate the small children by pinching them. Then, when the children begin crying, Krishna will go away.
The Acharya of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhuji, who is going to say in Bhagavad Gita that anger should be avoided at all costs. What is the definition of Acharya, dear devotees? One who teaches by example. Therefore I said nobody became a devotee in Dwapar Yoga. In the first lecture, Gaur Purnima, nobody became a devotee in Dwapar Yoga. The exact opposite of what he is going to teach in the future. So Prabhu, whose devotee are you? Huh? Huh? No, be confident about, be confident about your cult leader. Who is your cult leader? Krishna. International Society for Krishna. He's brainwashed all of you. Even after his character is exposed, you are still saying, Krishna. That is what happens in cults usually, right? The leader is fully exposed, yet the blind followers, no. Our cult leader is free of all faults.
It's divine.
Divine. He is stealing, it is caught directly on camera. Look here, Prabhuji. Transcendental. They've learnt one word from the dictionary to whitewash all the activities of their cult leader. Transcendental. Inconceivable. You see? Word jugglery. So dear devotees, the allegation on Shri Krishna is stealing. And Vishal Prabhu, his Bhagavan is Krishna. His leader is Krishna. Vishal Prabhu, the allegation is stealing. You have to, I am asking you a question. Did Krishna steal? Steal. Chori?
Yes.
Yes? You agree? All of you are devotees of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. There is an allegation on your leader that he has stolen. Oh, see, a lawyer comes. All right, the court is in motion. Yes, the first lawyer comes. What is your argument? He didn't steal? Why?
Everything belongs to him.
Oh my goodness, look at the argument. Everything belongs to him. Let's say this argument is put in a court of law. Actually, everything in the country belongs to the king. Does it mean that the king was stealing from everybody's homes? Secondly, can this argument be given in front of Mother Yashoda? Can Mother Yashoda give this argument to the other gopis? No. Argument dismissed. Any other argument? To protect your Bhagavan from the allegation of stealing.
Because they like it.
Oh, because they like it. Oh, he's a child, so he can steal. Wonderful.
Because he's doing that out of love.
He's doing out of love. Prabhu. Tomorrow I will steal a few cars from the neighborhood, and when they catch me, I just did it out of love.
He gives back unlimitedly more.
He gives back unlimitedly more. Wow. This was not the experience of the gopis. Whatever was remaining, that also was broken and destroyed. No, dear devotees. Anybody else wants to argue in favor of Krishna?
He wants to steal his heart, their hearts.
Oh my God. He wants to steal their hearts. Every argument, try to put it in a court of law and see if it works. It will not work. Dear devotees, at this point of time, our commentator Sri Harishwari comes and says, now I will give one argument and prove to everybody that he did not steal. Would all of you like to hear that argument? Yes. Right? So he composes a single verse in the same meter, Shardula Vikriditam, same as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. Let's sing together this time. Tat Sundara Mandira Sthita Payo Dadhyadi Chaurya Hritis Tatan Mandira Balakair Virachita Patachariya Tata Vrittir Mam Nahi Samsprisheriti Dhiya Shri Nayako Leelaya Balareva Sahanayad Vrajagriham Prayah Prabhustakrite. Shri says, now I will come and argue on behalf of Sri Krishna. Everybody say yes or no. Alright? Tat Tat Sundara Mandira. In Gokula there are Tat many Sundara Mandira, beautiful homes. Yes or no? Sthita Payo Dadhyadi. Inside those homes there is beautiful milk, yogurt, etc. Yes? Chaurya Hritis. The allegation is stealing. Everybody agrees? In the third line, Krishna is saying something in the heart of Sri Hari Suri. Frittir mam nahi samsprished. Let this allegation not touch me. Iti dhiya. I give you the intelligence, Hari Suri. Give this argument. In the second line, Sri Hari Suri gives the argument. Tattan mandira balakair virachita patachariya tata. Vishal Prabhu, look at the CCTV footage. Can you see the painting? Yes. When Sri Krishna would go to any home for stealing, Krishna will make sure that the boy of the home would also be present with him, dear devotees. Can you see the painting, Prabhu? Krishna is simply helping the boy of the home remove the yogurt from his own home. Can you see that? Huh? The boy of the home is catching the yogurt from his own home. So if the boy of the home was involved in the activity, is it stealing, dear devotees? Hence proved. Now, dear devotees, did Krishna steal? No. In a single argument, he will turn everybody's opinions upside down. This is the genius of the Vaishnava commentator. You can see in the commentary, there are no elements of impersonalism, simple realizations on what Krishna did and why he did what he did. This is a wonderful commentary on the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dear devotees, Sri Hari Suri now says, okay, enough of laughing, now a serious point, dear devotees. He composes another realization. Please repeat after me. Kevalagha kevaladi bhavati iti shrutim smaran yuktam evagha hartasau datvanyebhyo jaghasata. To understand this verse, it took me a lot of time because the first phrase, Kevalago Kevaladi, did not make any sense to me. Later I found out that this is a quote directly from the Rig Veda. So he is using all the other Shastras in the service of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dear devotees, Sri Hari Suri says, the Rig Veda says something. Now he asks a question. Dear devotees, did Krishna ever eat alone? Alone. Always you will see he is surrounded by his friends or the monkeys or somebody. Krishna never ever ate alone. Why? Because Krishna is the author of the Vedas, and in the Vedas Krishna has written Kevalagha Kevaladi. Rig Veda. Please repeat after me. Kevalago Bhavati Kevaladi. A person who eats alone eats only sin. Dear devotees, Krishna will follow what he has written in his own Vedic literature. Therefore, Krishna never ate alone. It's a very important thing for all of us to realize. Because nowadays, what happens is that people usually pack some food, usually out in the world outside, they'll go to a takeaway, takeaway corner, and then they will take away food, and then they will go to their offices, and when it has become cold in a lonely place, they will open it and eat it. So take away what? Take away sinful reactions, dear devotees. So kevalagho bhavati kevaladi. Person who eats alone eats only sins. Before eating, we should distribute to others. Srila Prabhupada's father always employed this principle, that he would first see if there is somebody hungry and waiting to eat. After feeding them, he would eat himself. So dear devotees, we should always make it a point to try and sit with family members or with the devotees when we are eating. So this is a very important principle that can be learnt from the life of Shri Krishna. But he did it alone. What did he eat alone? Please repeat after me. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Ekada kridamanaste Ramadya gopadaraka Krishno mridam bhakshitavan iti matrenya vedayan.
One day, while Krishna was playing with his small playmates, including Balarama and other sons of the Gopas, all his friends came together and lodged a complaint to Mother Yashoda. Mother, they submitted, Krishna has eaten earth.
There's one thing which he ate alone, dear devotees. Yes. Does Krishna have good friends, Vishal Prabhu? Yes?
He has good friends.
Yes. We will not complain as long as you share with us. But the moment you do not share with us, we will immediately lodge a complaint. Does Krishna have good friends, Prabhu? So this is the nature of Krishna's friends. They immediately lodged a complaint against him because Krishna did not share with us what he was eating. Anyways, Krishna ended up eating the dust, the dirt from Mother Earth. Sri Hari Suri asks a question now. What is the question? Why? Why did Krishna eat dirt from the earth? Anybody? Digestion. That's not a good digestion, Prabhu.
Because Krishna loves his devotees and all the devotees are roaming around.
Okay, so because all the devotees' footprints are on earth, so he loves his devotee. Okay, we'll accept that. Wonderful. Dear devotees, these are the final 2 verses of this particular session. Sri Hari Suri gives various realizations, more than 8 or 9 realizations on why Krishna ate from the earth. But we don't have time today, so I'm giving 2 important realizations from that. This is his first realization. Please repeat after me. Mahi surebhyo nikhila pura maya arpitayat kila renuka bhuva samarpaniya yadunapi shamsata Tviti dvijebhyo dishadam shatah satam. Tviti dvijebhyo dishadam shatah satam. Krishna remembered. Mahi surebhyo nikhila dharapura. In a previous incarnation, I gifted the entire earth to Dvijas. What is the meaning of Dvijas? Twice born Brahmanas. To the Brahmanas, twice born Brahmanas, in a previous incarnation, I had gifted the entire earth. In which incarnation did Krishna give the entire earth to the Brahmanas? No. No. Sri Hari Suri gives a hint. Killer Renuka Bhuva. I was born as the son of Renuka in that incarnation. Who is the son of Renuka? Parshuram. He snatched away the entire earth from the Kshatriyas, not once, not twice, but how many times? 21 times, and gifted it back to the Brahmanas. Previously in an incarnation, I had gifted the earth not once, not twice. How many times? 21 times to the Brahmanas, to the Dvijas. I remember that pastime very much. I would like to give a gift of some earth to the Dvijas again. So he took a little earth and gifted it to the Dvijas, because the teeth are also known as twice born, dear devotees. How many times do the teeth take birth? Twice. Therefore, one of the names of teeth is also Dvijas, twice born. In this way, Krishna gifted a little bit of earth again to the twice born Dvijas. Now, the second realization as to why Krishna ate dirt from the earth. Let's sing together. This is in the same meter as Shad Goswami Ashtakam. This is the final verse for today. Yat spriyam tridashairalabhyam satam dhyeyam chayad yoginam praptam syat kimutad rajo vrajagatam go gopika padagam Itham bhuri nijodadrastha janasa vancham chiram chintayan manye purna dayarnavah kimakaro tad bhakshanam tad krite. Krishna was thinking something. I am born here in Gokula on planet Earth. Yat sprihiyam tridashaya. There is something which the demigods of heaven want from me. What do they want? Harishuri hides that. He will reveal it. There is something which the demigods want, but they cannot have because they have not taken birth on earth. Alabhyam asatam. There are demons also, some of them, they want it. Some of them, but they can't have it because they have not taken birth here. Dheyam chayad yoginam. The yogis outside Vrindavan are meditating how we can attain this particular object. Which object? Praptam syad, we want it. Tad rajo, the dust. Vrajagatam of Shri Vrindavan. The demigods wanted it. The demons, some of them wanted it, like Prahlad, Bali, etc. But they could not have it. What is special about this dust? Go gopika padagam. It has the footprints of the cows and the gopis. How will they receive? Krishna then devised a plan. All the 14 planetary systems are within my stomach. I will eat the dust of Vrindavan so that there is direct home delivery to all the 14 planetary systems. And all the devotees in all the planetary systems will have free Prime Amazon delivery. Same time delivery, dear devotees, of the dust of Sri Dham Vrindavan. For this reason, usually Bhagavan doesn't eat dust, doesn't eat dirt, but for giving the dust of Vrindavan to the devotees in the 14 planetary systems, our Bhagavan decided to eat the dust of Vrindavan. So this is the realization that was given in his heart by Sri Krishna himself. Dear devotees, we are pausing at this point of time. All glories to the best parent that Bhagavan has ever had. Greater even than Nanda Maharaj is one parent. Who is that? Yashoda. In Kartik, you all may be singing Jai Radha Damodar after Damodar Ashtakam, but you are showing the lamp to Mother Yashoda. Please remember. So all glories to Mother Yashoda. Yashodaya samanasti devata kapi bhutale ulu khale yaya baddho mukti do mukti nichhati. Yashodaya samanasti devata. There is no deity on planet earth equivalent to Mother Yashoda. Sri Harishwari says. Ulu khale yaya baddho. Bound to a mortar by her. She was the first one in the entirety of existence who managed to tie him up. Mukti do mukti nichhati. Our Lord who gives liberation to everyone was praying for his own liberation to Mother Yashoda, dear devotees. So there is no deity greater on this planet than Mother Yashoda. This is the conclusion of Sri Krishna's childhood pastimes. Thank you very much. Yadatra skhalitam kinchit vidvam saha purayantu tat. Yadatra saushthavam kinchit tad guroreva me nahi. Yadatra skhalitam kinchit. If there is any mistake which I made, vidvamsa, you are all learned devotees, purayantu tat. Please correct. But yadatra saushthavam kinchit. If there is anything nice, please remember tad guroreva. It belongs to my Gurujanas, my Diksha Guru, my Shiksha Gurus, all the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, all the God brothers of Srila Prabhupada, all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas who have appeared in the past, who will appear in the future and who are in the present, including all of you. You are also my Shiksha Gurus. Thank you. It belongs to you, may nahi, doesn't belong to me. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, do we have, Mataji, do we have time or is it late? Okay, we have time. We'll take one or two queries. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you said that Hari commented only on 46 chapters.
49 chapters
49.
of the 10th canto.
Yeah, why?
After Krishna leaves Vrindavan, he was no longer interested. He left this world after some time. So this is what his own son wrote a preface for the book. In that his son described that after Krishna's departure to Vrindavan, he could no longer tolerate the separation. So then he just wrote one final verse, and then Krishna stayed happily in Dwarka. That was the final verse he wrote. Yeah. But we Gaudiya Vaishnavas know how happy he was in Dwarka. Yesterday it was revealed how happy he was in Dwarka. A thoroughly dissatisfied person staying in Dwarka, dear devotees. But still, Bhagavatam says he was happy in Dwarka. So he wrote like that. That is where he ends it, Prabhu. So that's the answer. Anybody else?
So about eating alone, because I always understood that Janaki Pandit, he recommends to eat alone. So how you can consume?
Chanakya Pandit says one should eat alone so that incidents such as that those which happened with Ranti Dev do not take place with us. You know what happened with Ranti Dev is described in the Bhagavatam. He sat down to eat, and one after another somebody came and asked him for food, and he gave away everything because Ranti Dev is a devotee. But Chanakya Pandit is thinking from a logical point of view. If there are too many people coming and going while you are eating, then half of your time will be spent in talking to those people. And therefore he said, when you are eating, eat alone. But the intention behind Chanakya Pandit is, while eating, don't have many visitors around who are not eating. That is the intention. Which means that don't have many people who are just wasting your time speaking to you, not allowing you to eat. That is what it is. But if there are a few people who are performing the same activity of eating, they should sit together. So that, you do not eat everything yourself. Especially sweets should not be eaten alone, dear devotees. No? Always remember Hari Parshad before you have sweets. I'll always say yes, right? No, I'm just joking. So, sweets should not be eaten alone. So, because eating sweets alone, it leads to some sort of anartha. Greed is generated in the human beings. So that is why. So I hope that satisfies your question. Right? Thank you. All right. Yes, Prabhu.
Maybe it's not a question. I would just express appreciation and gratitude to you, and especially for the way how you are expressing your gratitude to all the Vaishnavas, Srila Prabhupada's God brothers and everyone else. So this is for the first time I heard. So it's a great way and very smart, wise, and realized. Appreciate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I must appreciate them, all the God brothers of Srila Prabhupada, because I'll tell you a fact. The books that we have today in ISKCON were originally published in the Gaudiya Math. The originals of all the books, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion. It just didn't come from manuscript to the BBT. It came from the manuscripts, it went to the Gaudiya Math. Under the guidance of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the originals were produced. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had a very perfect editor of his books. And he used to call him my Ganesh, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, my Ganesh. Because he was so pakka that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would utter one word of the shloka and he would complete the shloka. Once Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur decided to publish the 6 Sandarbhas of Sri Jiva Goswami. And they published the first edition, and the first edition had 3 printing mistakes in total. The entire of 6 Sandarbhas, millions of words, they had 3 printing mistakes. They discarded the edition and printed it again without the 3 mistakes. This was the rigor that we have received in Guru Parampara. And all of this was done by the God brothers of Srila Prabhupada who were serving Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur with him. So if today I am reading Upadeshamrita, Nectar of Instruction, or Chaitanya Charitamrita, so the originals have come from those who labored under Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's guidance. How can I become ungrateful towards them? So, of course, it's often said that Prabhupada had some differences of opinion with his God brothers. But for me, that generation's conflicts do not come to me. Once I saw my father, he was having some argument with my uncle, his brother. And the argument was loud. It was over some property issue. Then, in the evening when I spoke to my father, I said, what happened? Why were you arguing with him? My father said, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. I still respect my uncle because I don't know what it was, dear devotees. I don't know what it was. But this is, sometimes not the case in our society of devotees. We all know the ugly history and, who did what, and so we may have developed disrespect for other personalities. But for me, it is not. Problems of my generation are large enough. And I don't have to pass them to the next generation. So that is what I believe in. So, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yes, one more. Mataji, please tell me when to stop, okay? It's okay.
After yesterday's presentation, I was wondering, you mentioned Madhavendra Puri. No, I was 2 days back. The route from our Sampradaya, from where the Madhurya Ras was introduced into Brahma Madhva. I was wondering, and Madhavendra Puri is Kalpa Vriksha, no? It's
Madhavendra Puri is comparable to a Kalpa Vriksha.
Okay, that was. Can you come to?
Madhavendra Puri is like the Kalpa Vriksha of the Sampradaya. It's not said that he is a Kalpa Vriksha in the spiritual world. There's a big difference between, there is called Upama, figure of speech of comparison. So Madhavendra Puri is like the desire tree who bestows all rasas within the Sampradaya. It's not that he is in Shantaras in the spiritual world. So that was the comparison given in Shastra, but that is not his identity in the spiritual world. So I hope that satisfies your question. Right. Anybody from the Vaishnavis? Yes, Mataji.
It's a very silly question, but...
No, silly person should be asked silly questions. No problem. That's it.
The stealing part, what we were talking about,
Yeah.
and...
You have to push the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Ah.
The stealing thing was explained that the boy of the house was included in so it was very well said that, okay, it was not stealing.
Right.
But why would Krishna break the remaining pots of it? I mean, whatever was remaining, why was it broken?
That is what...
Tushtata.
Why every morning we get together and call him Lampat? Yatha tathava vidadhatu Lampato. What is the meaning of Lampat? Rascal. Debauchee of the highest order. That's a Gaudiya Vaishnava. Dear devotees, Srila Prabhupada decorated Krishna with this adjective. Krishna is the biggest. See, he's listening dear. Loudly. Krishna is the biggest. Alright, chalo. That's what Krishna loves to hear in Sri Vrindavan. There should be some slang. In Sanskrit it's called gali. You know what is gali? Abuse. Then there is fun. Some abusive words should be spoken. Then there is fun in the pastimes. Alright. So that is what Krishna loves. Village slang is choicest for Krishna. He derives more happiness by hearing this village slang in comparison to hearing the hymns of the Vedas glorifying Hindu devotees.
The slang is more confidential.
Yes.
Just like when somebody you love,
Yeah.
you can call him names.
Yes.
It's a sign of affection.
It's a sign of affection. A slang indicates affection. You rascal. That's affection, dear devotees. So that is what Krishna loves to hear from his devotees. So, yes, Prabhu.
What is the name Shauri mean actually?
Huh?
Shauri, isn't it?
Shauri.
It's also a name of Krishna.
Yes.
Did you say that?
Yes.
I was looking for it, but I didn't find it.
So, Shurasya apatyam iti Shauri. He who is born in the dynasty of Shura Sen. Therefore, he is known as Shauri. So, once my Guru Maharaj made a point about this. He said, in the Western world, when somebody makes a mistake, they say sorry. And he said, by saying sorry, their mistakes are forgiven. Because sorry is a name of Shri Krishna. So by saying sorry, I'm sorry. So by chanting Krishna's names, all the sins are washed away. So the English speaking individuals have derived a very good term for apologizing. What is the term? Sorry. Yeah. Krishna, I'm sorry for calling you a rascal. So that is what it is. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari.
His Grace Hari Parshad Prabhu ki jai.